בדלת טפחים, אבל פחות מדלת כשרה. If I have schach that is pasul, that is no good, and I put it on the sukkah, depending where I put it. If I put it on in the middle of the sukkah, dalet tefahim already makes the sukkah pasul and it's no good. The whole sukkah is pasul and it's not kasher. However, if you put that same schach that's pasul, that's no good, and it's on the side of the sukkah, halacha is you have up until dalet amot. So therefore, let's say a person has an awning, and his awning extends out over his sukkah on the side. Halacha is that wall of his house definitely counts as a wall of his sukkah. He doesn't have to worry, and it doesn't automatically knock off the wall. As long as, again, it's pachot medaled amot, it's considered like schach pasul, and therefore, up until daled amot, which is approximately about 6 feet, the person is able to still consider that part of his sukkah, just you can't sit under that specific area. But once, again, you're past that area, so most of the people have, let's say, an overhang on their house. So the halacha is that you can't sit under the overhang. However, the rest of the sukkah is kasher, even if you need to use that wall that's under the overhang, that's still considered part of the sukkah. However, the more common case where people have an issue is if a person has an open area in his sukkah. His schach didn't reach. It didn't get all the way till the end of the sukkah, and he wants to just leave it open. So the halacha is if you have open space in a sukkah, then it's only gimal tefahim. It's only you have up until 3 tefahim, which is approximately about 9 to 12 inches. If you have an open space of 9 to 12 inches, now it automatically makes the sukkah pesula. It makes that wall not considered part of the sukkah. If it's in the middle of the sukkah, it could be posel the entire sukkah. If it's on the side of the sukkah, depending if you have 4 walls or not, it could be posel that entire sukkah, or maybe just that wall of the sukkah. So therefore, one should be very careful to make sure that the sekach reaches on all ends to all the walls, in order that all his walls could be considered part of his sukkah. So this way, he doesn't get into an issue of gimal tefahim, and therefore it's not considered kasher. So again, a person has to make sure that his sekach reaches the wall of his house. If he's using the wall of his house as part of the sukkah, he has to make sure the sekach reaches there, and it has to reach the other side. If it's a little bit short, then what he has to do is he has to either buy another one, or he has to make sure that he still has 3 walls without that wall that he's not using.